Try to work my way around it. I found that all I want is you. All I want is you. All I want is you.
Hi guys, thank you and welcome back to my channel. So this week I'm gonna go in and do a really quick eye and lip makeup look using the new launch of Wayne Goss Cosmetics. So we're gonna go in and use his eyeshadow palette, the kohl pencil, lip liner, and gloss to create this makeup look right here. If you are interested in how I create this makeup look, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel right down below. Ring the bell button right here for next week notification. I put on YouTube every single Wednesday, also a smaller version on IGTV every single Friday. And with that said, don't forget to follow me on all my social media at bella.c.snow. Okay, let's go and unbox all of this goodie. Woo. Okay, so let's start on this makeup tutorial or makeup review. So since Wayne Goss only launched the newest like eyeshadow palette, so I got the eyeshadow palette and his kohl eyeliner pencils. We're gonna go in and unbox that. I also went in and got lip pencil and then lip gloss, so we're gonna try on that too. So that's why I already went in and did my foundations, my normal foundation, my everyday foundation. So this what is kind of like the basics of makeup. So I already have all of that foundation on and brows on. I'm definitely gonna leave a link up, not a list of all the products I use right down below, so you know what products I use on my face. So typically I use like almost the same products every single time. But today we're just gonna mainly focus on the eye and the lips. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start out with this review. So first of all, if you don't know who Wayne Goss is, I'm gonna definitely leave a link of his YouTube right down below. He's probably one of the old school makeup artists of like YouTube and Instagram. So he give you like really good, like real life technique of like makeup. So usually there's like Instagram type of makeup, YouTube type of makeup, and there's like real life type of makeup, because you can see your skin and everything kind of like different in real life rather than just sitting around all this like really bright light. We have to do all our makeup kind of like a little bit more different for like television or photography or sometimes like that. But Wayne Goss is mainly focused on real life cosmetics. So that's what his whole collection is about. So it's very simplicity, real life, and everybody can use it. So first, he did launch like a few other products. I believe he also have like a brush collection too. Brush collection. I can't talk today. A brush collections also, and I kind of like want to try to purchase his brush collection, but they're all a little bit more pricey. So I just want to start out with his like recently launched products, and this is going to be the Wayne Goss luxury eyeshadow palette. So here is so like bright in here, so you can even see it. So I'm going to try my best to like show you. And it's coming to like this pretty metallic silver packaging. It's really like fancy and luxurious right in here, and I love how it's like so reflective right there. He also came out with 3 different eye kohl pencil, so that's gonna be more a sharp liner. It's coming like three different colors, so I'm gonna show you that one. Also more like a lip liner, so I only got 1 lip liner and 1 lip gloss that we're gonna create for the look today. Let's see if I can pack this. So when you open the package like this from here, then it's gonna pop out like this. So Wayne Goss package in here is gonna be like this. It's all matte black. It's really nice and simplicity. And here you got Wayne Goss right in there. And here is the back, include all the information in the palette. So the Wayne Goss luxury eyeshadow cost, this one costs you $55 with 6 different colors. Meet the new staple eye makeup wardrobe. The luxury eye palette from Wayne Goss features 6 essential eyeshadow and matte satin and shimmer finish. You reach for every day, infused with smooth blend, emollient, and micronized pigment. Wayne custom eyeshadow formulate blend with the lightest touch, no special technique needed, which we all need kind of like these days, because Honestly, we're just gonna stay home all day. I think a few countries is already slowly opening up like stores and grocery store and shopping mall, but here in LA, I think we're still in lockdown and probably gonna be in lockdown for like a little bit while. So we're not gonna be wearing a lot of makeup, plus we still have to wear a mask, and there's no point wearing makeup and mask anyway. So usually nowadays I'm just gonna go out with no makeup on, which is kind of nice. The one thing that I noticed is each time you touch it, you kind of leave your fingerprints on it, which is a little bit annoying, so I keep on trying to wipe it, but that's gonna be fine. Because one thing I love about this one, you can actually put your like foundation on top and kind of like use it as like a blending tray with this one. So when you open the Wayne Goss palette, it's gonna be like these. So here is all the 6. Ooh. It does have this like a really thick plastic sheet to like help protect that color. So here again is all the 6 color. Ooh, it's so nice. So first, when I saw this online, I thought, oh, $55 for 6 color, that is slightly pricey. But then when I ordered and got into my hand and look at it, it's actually a really large pen size. So this pen size, each individual one of these one is kind of like almost double the size of regular eyeshadow pen size. So you're getting like a lot of different a lot of formulation, a lot of products in each pen. So this is gonna last you for like a long time. And all of this color is practically the essential color that you have for every single day. So practically all of this color you're gonna use a lot. Okay guys, so here are the 6 colors swatched in my arm. So this palette doesn't have name for the color, but it's actually go by numbers. The first one is actually number 1, and then number 2, and number 3, number 4, number 5, and the last shimmery one is number 6. So first thought about swatching about all of this color is, wow, they are really pigmented. That's super good. So each time I swatch them, I'm really amazed of how much pigment is in this formulations, and then now I can't wait to try on my eyes. So first of all, I believe these two have a little bit too matte color, so the black one definitely gonna be a little bit more matte. So I definitely love how he put like a black color in his eyeshadow, because black is practically more like universal color. You can use that for like every single time you do your wing liner. I use black almost on my makeup look. And the neutral chocolate brown right here is really good for your crease. And there's practically 3 satin color right in here to really shimmer. Kind of neutral between these two. This is a little bit more like cooler color right in here, a little bit more warmer. And the last one is more like a topper shimmering shade. It can be put perfectly on the center of your eye. So I'm going to do that to my eye makeup look. So beside the eyeshadow palette, they're also launching 3 different kohl pencil with 3 different color. I believe there's a black one, a chocolate brown one, and then I think it's a slightly cooler tone one. So here's the packaging for the Essential Eye Kohl Pencil from Wayne Goss. It's also kind of like mimicking the eyeshadow palette packaging with the silver metallic color. And when you open this package right in here, here is the actual kohl pencil right in here. So this one is the chocolate brown one. You can see the color right up here by the tip. So this one is the color, what color is this one? Precious Opal. So all of his kohl pencil coming like this. And again, each of these pencil is $14. So first look of it. So one thing I love about this one is it's more like a sharpening kohl pencil. So you can go in here and use your sharpener and get it really sharp. I love this one because with the sharpener you can get it to be really sharp for your wing liner, and you get that perfect sharp line. A lot of different other company creating more like an eyeliner that is kind of like twist up. Usually the twist up one is a little bit more softer in formulation, and you're not going to get that perfect sharp line for your wing liner. It's going to be good for smudging. If you do more like a smoky eye look, and you use the softer formulation for like smudging it out and create more like smoky eye night makeup look. You can also do this one also. My favorite one is the one that you can like actually sharpen. The one thing is it's a little bit short for me. I wish it's like a few more inches. Don't we just all wish there's like 2 inches of everything? But yeah, this one is like only this much length, so I just wish it's a little bit more like longer, maybe just a little bit, just another inch or 2, hopefully. So the first one I'm gonna go into is the rich hazel one, and the second one we're gonna go in is gonna be called Precious Opal, and the last one we're gonna go in gonna be the dark black one called Obsidian. So first thought trying on swatching out this 3 color is the formulation is really soft. So just to start with this makeup look, I'm actually gonna go in with an eyeliner first. So the first color I'm gonna go in is right here. So this one is called Precious Opal. So this one is a little bit more like a warmer chocolate brown eyeshadow color. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that right on my tight line closest to my lash line. And again, it doesn't have to be like perfect because we're gonna go ahead and smudge it out. And the reason why I put on the eyeliner first because kind of like creating a base for the other eyeshadow color to go on. So kind of like going up all the way up here, and it's not like perfect anything because I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with more or less as much brush right in here, and right on that I'm just gonna go ahead and smudge that out. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull that upwards, so kind of creating that like smoky eye effect. And out here I'm just gonna go ahead and use that to smudge out the edge also. And since this eyeshadow is super creamy, you can actually go in and take a little bit more time to kind of like help blend that out a little bit. And then I'm just gonna go in with more like a fluffier brush, and I'm just gonna use that to kind of like blending out the edges. I'm going ahead and I'm gonna pull this out a little bit. And first thought, that is super high pigmented, so I just put a little bit on with the cream eyeliner, Precious Opal, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use the brush to pull it out. And as you can see, it's really smooth and really easy to blend. And because this formulation is so creamy, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my fluffier brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit on the tip of my brush just for the product, so kind of like using as like a cream eyeshadow because I need a little bit more in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in there. So instead of directly putting on the products into my eye, I'm just gonna go ahead and use like a brush to apply that, to grab the products I mean. So after I blending out the shape that I want with the cream eyeliner, as create more like a base. Now the first color I'm gonna go in and dip in is to be the chocolate color right down here. I think that is number 5. So I'm just gonna dip into the chocolate color right in here with more like a taper brush. And the brush I'm using is actually from the Scott Bond brush number 62, the taper brush right here. I also did a review of Scott Bond brushes. I'm gonna leave the link right down below for you to see that video. All these brushes is also amazing. So with that color number 5, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my regular eyeshadow. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that right onto my crease to kind of like punch up the crease color a little bit more. Since this one have a little bit more warmer color, it's kind of like warming up your eyelid a little bit. And just remember, a little bit go a long way with the eyeshadow palette because this one have a lot of pigment in them. So of course I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same on the other eye, and dip my taper brush right into number 5 and put that right into my crease. And first thought, I love all the color combination in here. Everything work with each other so well. And then with a blender brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend everything together. And just to help me blending out the top and create that blown out look a little bit, I'm just gonna dip my brush right in here to the first color. It's gonna be number 1, the lightest shimmering color right in here. And I'm just gonna use that right on my brows bone right up here. Also lightly create, it's kind of like a blending color, and everything blending in with each other so well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that as like a blender color. I'm just gonna put right on top. Now that everything is blending, I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with my finger, and we're just gonna create a really quick look with this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my finger right in here and the color number, and then press that right on top of right up here. to create a little bit more like that shimmering base for my eye makeup look. And I love how quick this eye palette is. So you can practically travel with this one and just bring one small palette. And now I'm just going to go ahead and go back and forth with my taper brush and the color number 5 right in here to kind of like deepen up my socket a little bit more, and that's gonna also help blending in with the shimmer and a little bit more matte. So with the matte color, gonna help kind of like define my socket right up here. Ooh, and first thought, I love these two combination together, the number 5 and number 6. They go so well with each other, and especially the more you blend the two together, it's kind of like create this new warmer shimmery color look, and I kind of love it. So with the bottom lash line, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same technique. I'm just gonna use like as much a brush and applying the products right into my brush instead of putting on my eye directly, because this product is really creamy. I'm just gonna go ahead and press that right into my bottom lash line to create that a little bit more smoking out look. So with this one, it's kind of like creating a base for your eyeshadow look. And then with a flat brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and smudge that out at the bottom lash line. And another one thing of this one is the package is like really close in there, so it's kind of like hard to open. And again, I'm just gonna go ahead and with my flat brush right in there and really lightly dip into that number 5 chocolate brown right in there. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and set that eyeliner color and warming it up a little bit. I'm just curious what this color do, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dip a little bit into number 2 right in there. It's more like a metallic shimmer warmer of this color right down here. It's a little bit more shimmery, more like a metallic. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that and help blend out the bottom lash line. And actually it's helping blending it out really good. And now that everything is blending in there, now I'm just gonna go ahead and go in and tight line, making my eye a little bit more smokier. First color I'm gonna go in right in here is the obsidian. So this is more like a darker, blacker color. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that really tight to my lash line. And again, I'm just gonna go ahead and tight line my lash line. So now at this time, it's more like a darker color to create a little bit more depth and dimension. And then with my smudge brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and go right in there and kind of like slightly flicking it upward to create that slight smokiness, just a little bit. So I don't want to have like such a harsh line. I just want everything to be a little bit more soft and blown out. And I know I say I'm not gonna do a wing, but maybe I'm just gonna do a really light soft wing. I'm just gonna pull that eyeshadow from my lash line right in here. I'm just gonna pull it up a little bit, just a little bit. Kind of like smudging and smudge everything else. It's kind of like a really soft diffuse wing to create, just to give you like that cat eye shape, but not such a harsh wing. And maybe just smudge with the leftover right in there. I'm just gonna go ahead and smudge a little bit on the bottom lash line. So I'm not dipping it again into the eyeliner, but I'm just gonna use whatever leftover to kind of like slightly stain and smudge the bottom lash line. And I think that's it for like the basic a quick eye makeup look. Quick for me. If I'm not talking, this would be like quick eye makeup look. And I just wanted to sharpen the edge right in here a little bit more. And since I already have foundation on, usually if you do your eye makeup first, you can just wipe that off. But since I have foundation on, I'm just gonna go in with like a large flat brush like this. Right in here, also more like a foundation powder right in here. So I'm using the MAC Studio Fix, and the color I'm using is NC20. So I'm just gonna pack up my brush right in there. And then with that, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of like cleaning up the edge right in here. And the matte powder is slightly a little bit more like medium to full. I would say more like medium for powder form, to create more like kind of like diffuse, to clean up that line a little bit. So that's kind of like one of the tips you can do. So you're just gonna go in and clean up any of the line just when you have like your foundation on already and you don't want to like wipe that off. And this is kind of like one of the way you can like sharpen up that wing liner right in there. And after I kind of like clean that line up a little bit, so I don't want it to be like super sharp line, because I feel like if you get a little bit too clean line sharp, it's a little bit unnatural. So I'm just gonna go ahead and with my taper brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly kind of like blending out that really sharp edge a little bit. Just kind of like diffuse that line a little bit. So I don't want it to be too sharp. I want it to be clean, but I don't want it to be like sharp. Does that make sense? Kind of like a diffuse line, a blowing out, diffuse, clean line, not like an extra sharp line right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend my bottom lash line also. So I think that's gonna be like the basics of how to use this eyeshadow makeup looks, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go in and pop on the lash mat. My contact's gonna be right back. We're gonna start on the lip color. Okay guys, so here is the finished makeup look with my lashes on, my contacts on, and of course I did went in second round, kind of like doing a second layer of the same step onto the eyeshadow, kind of like to help kind of like punch it up. It always does that. Kind of like the first step, kind of like a priming step, prepping step, laying out where I want it, and the second when I put on my lashes, that's when you go in and kind of like do the same layering, same step and same coloring, same placement of the eye. That can help kind of like punch up the eye a little bit more. And I did go ahead and went in with my angle brush and dip my brush into like the color number 3, the black one. That can help kind of like tight line to create more like a seamless line to my lashes, because a lot of people I noticed kind of like skipping this step is kind of like help create one continuous line to your lashes, so your lash band doesn't show as much. That's why I love that you have like a black color right in there, because majority of the lashes is all black. So that's gonna be like the perfect color for you to put on your tight line to create that seamless lash line. I also did went ahead and put a little bit on my bottom lash line also, just on the outside corner, and a little bit right on the inner corner, because I want to open up on the center a little bit, and always does that technique. But for me, I feel like it's kind of like work for me, because I don't want to have like a one straight dark line. Does that make sense? It's gonna be a little bit too black. So I just kind of leave the center open, and with that center open, I put on a little bit number 2 right in here. It's kind of like I'm starting to become kind of like loving this color. It's like perfect color to lay on top, like a darker shade, like a black color. It creates this more like a deep, not deep, it's not dark, pearlish color. It's kind of like a pearl, because it has like more metallic. So I'm kind of like starting to fall in love with this color right in here, the second color. And the reason why I like to kind of like blend out the bottom lash line, because it's kind of like help. Sometimes if you have a little bit more like a back on your bottom lash line, and you kind of like creating that natural shadow underneath, it's gonna help kind of like make your eye look a little bit more bigger. Also kind of like hide your under eye back a little bit. I also did went in with the color, the rich hazel color, to kind of like tight line my inner waterline right up in there, to kind of like help, because each time, sometimes when you like look up, you can see that kind of like white line right in there from your bottom, from your top waterline. That kind of like you can see it. So if you kind of like cover it, it's gonna create, it's make your lash look a little bit more like real. It's look a little bit more fuller if you kind of like coloring in your top water line. You don't have to color your bottom lash line, because kind of like that color kind of like when you blink, it's kind of like go to your bottom waterline anyway. And I kind of love that kind of like not perfectly line. It's kind of like that kind of like crunchy. Each time you blink, it's kind of like transfer to each other. Does that make sense? It's kind of like crunchy. It's not so perfect line right in there. It's kind of naturally smudge each other out. I don't know how to explain it, but I just usually just water up my top lash line, and I blink, and just gonna transfer to the bottom lash line. I just got one of this lip liner. I thought I ordered like a lipstick also, but I think I forgot. I didn't order one. So I just have his lip liner right in here. So the lip liner package is gonna be the same as like the eyeliner package into silver right in here, but in the front it says the essential lip liner, and the color I got is in sepia. So I got the lip liner, also the gloss, so we're just gonna use this too. I normally, majority of the time, I just use like a lip liner as like a lip color anyway, so we're gonna try to use just lip liner and the gloss. So here, actually the color, he have a lot more different color, but I feel like this like the color that I normally wear. So this is very similar to the color Spice, Mac Spice, that kind of like who's texting me? That's kind of like the 90s supermodel favorite color, the Max Spice one. This one looked very similar to that one. I think it's a little bit more pinker. Max Spice is a little bit more redder. This have a little bit more burgundy, nudish pink to it. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that to my lips. Okay, so with this lip liner, it's practically similar to the formulation with the eyeliner. It's really soft and creamy. And again, I love how it's you can like sharpen with this one, because with the sharpening kohl pencil, you can actually get a little bit more sharper line for the edge of your lips, and I love that. And always like sharpen and get the perfect lip, and you have to like sharpen them. And since I forgot to purchase the lipstick, I'm just gonna go ahead and just line my lips, and I'm just gonna use my finger kind of like blending everything in. I'm just gonna leave the center of my lip kind of like empty and put the gloss on top to create more like an ombre effect. And so far, I kind of love this color. It's pretty similar, slightly more darker than my natural lip color. It's gonna be the perfect lip liner color, and I love this color. And again, this one is $14, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go in and order more of this color. I think he have like a few different color, but the formulation itself is really soft. It's really good, and it's glide really easy. And I'm just using my finger to kind of like blending out the edges a little bit. And everything blending out so well, so I kind of like love it. So far this is one of my favorite thing in the collections. And in the collection also have like a lip gloss, which I got. So this one is the packaging for Wayne Goss lip gloss, and when you open the package right in here, the gloss coming out like these is super cute right in here. So I'm always like purchasing nude because you never have enough like nude. I love how when you open it, and this is the foot, the doe foot for the gloss, and I love how other gloss have like this type of applicator. So yay for this applicator. And the price of the lip gloss is $22, and the color I guess is in Tulip. And it smell, it's have like a scent to it. It's more like a minty scent, which I love. So it's not like floral, it's more like a minty gum scent. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this gloss right on top of the lip liner. And first thought, I love this applicator. It's kind of like round all around. You can feel like that fullness of the applicator. So you can go like 360 with this one. I love the minty taste. It's kind of like minty gum taste, and it doesn't feel, it feels like glossy sticky, but it's not so sticky that your lips stick together. It feels kind of nice, it's glide on your lips really nicely, and it does have slight more like a sheen to it, a little bit more like, I think this one have like a little bit more like a gold shimmering in there. I just love the smell. It's really natural. Well, yeah. It's really minty and natural, so it's not floral. And so far, I love it. So even without the lipstick, I kind of love this two combination with just a lip liner and then the lip gloss, because you don't always have to use like a lip liner. You can always use like these days all the lip gloss, So these days with all the lip liner, the formulation is super soft. It's practically using as a like lipstick. So all you have to get is more like a really good lip liner like this one, and then you can use that as like practically lipstick and put a gloss on it, and it'd be perfect. And yeah, so this is gonna be the final makeup look. Okay guys, so here is the final makeup look using the Wayne Goss new collection with the eyeshadow palette and the kohl liner, and also the lip liner and lip gloss. So here is my final thought with her whole collection. So is it worth it? I feel like it's really worth it. First off, let's talk about the eyeshadow palette. So with the eyeshadow palette, you get a really big pan in the palette. The only thing is sometimes it's a little bit hard to pop up because it's closed so well. So for me, sometimes I a little bit struggle to opening the package itself, but the whole package is really nice. It's really good for you to travel, and the whole package again is going to be $55, but then you get a lot of products in the pan for 6 of this color. So this pan gonna last you like over years, like over time, over the years. So first thought of it, I think I create all of this gonna be more like basics. Every single day you can create a few makeup look with this one when you travel or able to go on like a vacation. And I love how you put like a black color in there, because I'm practically using like a black color for every single eye makeup look, especially if you're wearing your lashes. It's going to be perfect for you to use it to tightline your lashes to create that perfect lash line. Also with the formulation in here, it's really great. It's really easy to blend out. Yeah, so the only problem is with this is like I feel like it's the price. It's gonna be $55. It is a little bit more pricey for me for it to be $55, but then again, you're kind of like paying for like the really great formulation, the pan size, and kind of like it's like a pro makeup palette that you are getting. So you're not like this is not like cheap formulation. It's really expensive, because yeah, so far you're kind of like paying for what you got practically. So far I love this palette. You can definitely use like this palette to create a lot more like different look, and I'm definitely going to use this for like when I travel, because it's super, you can just slip this to your makeup bag, because a lot of palette right now that release is kind of like giant. You can really travel with it. They do have like a mini size also, but then it's kind of like too small for you to dip your brush in, and then I just feel like travel size, small size is kind of like not really worth the price to buy. So I'd rather get this one to like travel with. And with all the liner from the kohl liner from the collection, also this one is $14. First off, all the formulation here is super soft. You can also use this more like cream eyeshadow, because they're so soft and so good. You just have to dip your brush in the product itself, and kind of like it's helped blending out so great, because a lot of kohl pencil is kind of like dried out. This one is not. It's really super hydrated, so I super love this one. Again, it's $14. I just wish it's like 2 more inches, maybe just a little bit more longer, so kind of like last you a little bit more longer, because this one you have to like sharpen, and because the formulation is so soft, you have to kind of like sharpen it a few times each time you apply to your eye, and it does gonna end up I feel like it's gonna end up finishing it really quick. That's why I just wish this come in a little bit more like 2 inch longer or something. But the formulation in here again is really good formulation. Like Wayne definitely like researched what he wanted to in his products, and all the formulation and all the love that he put into formulation is really show when you like trying to applying it. And the lips liner also is really great, 2 more inches. Again, this one is going to be $14. The color is super great, and again, this color is really similar to my like natural lip color, and he does have a larger range of lip liner color, and the formulation in here is super great. I want to try with his lipstick, because I forgot to purchase them, but I do want to try on his lipstick, so maybe I'm just going to try that on the future video. And he does have the gloss also, and the gloss is actually $22. With this size, it's a little bit small. I just want a little bit more bigger, but I love that he put in like a doe foot in here. Like I love all the makeup gloss that have this one, because some of the makeup artists have put like really great formulation into the products, but then the applicator, the foot of it is kind of like a brush, a really cheap plastic brush. And I'm so glad that Wayne didn't put like a cheap plastic brush in here, because this one is more like a sponge brush. It's kind of like easier for you to apply, and the cheap plastic one, when you shove it into your gloss, sometimes it's kind of like go all over the place, like the fiber of it. Like I just hate that. So I love that this one is more like sponge applicator. It does have a lot more like a minty scent to it, which a lot of people don't like to have scent into like the products. I feel like lip gloss is one of the exceptions that I kind of like love some kind of like flavor or some kind of scent to your lip gloss. It kind of like give you that kind of like girly, just let that girly feeling with the gloss is kind of like popping cherry, mint, or strawberry or something like that. And this one have a little more like a mint. It's kind of good. So I love the gloss also. So final thought, the whole collection, everything is really good. The formulation is really top notch. So I kind of love the formulation. I can't wait to try a lot more products from Wayne Goss in the future. And you can actually buy Wayne Goss products from beautylish. That's where I ordered it from, and the shipping is super quick too. So yeah, that's about it. So I practically love everything. Yeah, so here's the final makeup look. And yeah, so if you happen to like any of the products from Wayne Goss products, or if you happen to like this makeup look right here, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel right down below. Ring the bell button right here for next week notification. I post on YouTube every single Wednesday, also a smaller version on IGTV every single Friday. And with that said, don't forget to follow me on all my social media at bella.c.snow. Okay, stay safe, wear a mask, and I'll see you again on the next video. Bye bye. There's like a few hairs standing up right here that are annoying the shit out of me.